Hello and welcome to the software presentation of the product Libelulla HVAC. The software Libelulla HVAC is an application developed to design the HVAC parts and ducts for your production, till creating also the automatic nesting, automatic technology and post-processor for your machine. Let's look at the main module HVAC. This application has a library divided in category, rectangular, circular, and inside of this we have all the parts that is commonly used for this kind of production. We can start selecting one of these parts, and simply we will see that we have a preview both in 2D and 3D that will be very useful to start designing our part. In fact, when we select one of the parameters associated to this part, we can see that changing the value will immediately have an effect on the 2D and the 3D part. This will be useful to understand what we are doing. And after the change, we can also always review the part in the two previews. We can also switch from this 3D view to the real 2D result that we'll have on the number of parts that will be unfolded from the main part. And on this part, we may also apply seams and connectors. What does it mean? In the software, there are a set of parameters that are in the database of seams, connectors, notches that are fully personalizable by the user and will apply the extra material and the rules for the connection that you want for this part. To use it is very simple. You just select the kind of seam you want to use. For example, in this case, I've used this. You can change also the connector, selecting the connector you would like to add. And here you will have the preview of what the system has done. When you are satisfied by this, you can click this function, Add Duct to Worklist, to start creating your project. What you will do is to select the machine, select the material, select the thickness, all the information that will be used later for the creation of our nesting. And immediately after, you can also set the description and quantity of the part you want to produce. And here, the list will start to be created with all the information you have now added. Of course, you can add more parts on this. So let's say, for example, we want to add another part, for example, a square to round part here in the library. And like before, we can change parameter, we can change the kind of connector we want to use. And for every part, there may exist also some special option. For example, in this case, we can also draw the bending line in case we want to add it as a marking line to the part. And this information may be transferred to the nesting or not according to this selection here. After you're satisfied, you add this to the work list, you set the quantity, and you have the other part here on the list. We add another one. For example, we use a reduction. Also here, we may change our information, so we set it a little bit high. And after we have done, add to work list, quantity. Okay. There is not only the possibility to add part from the library. In fact, in Libelulla HVAC, we have included also a 2D CAD. The 2D CAD is a full and complete 2D drawing suite in which you may have all the function for a classic drawing starting from zero, or for example to input something, so the XF, the WG file. And when you import something from an external application, you may use this function, one click, that will automatically detect and check the integrity of the file. So when I click this function, I will have a preview of what I will save. I can set a code, so for example HVAC1, I can set the material and thickness I like to register, because all this information will be saved in a library. Let's look at it. We open the icon library. The icon library is the list of all the parts we have in our system. For example, now I remove the filter and I can see all the things I have already saved in the past. If I want to search for a part, I have all this filter possible directly on the data that I've saved from the CAD. So, for example, now I know the code and I search directly for my part. How to add this on the list? It's very simple. I open the HVAC and I just drag and drop the part in the list. Here I can define a different quantity, for example, and produce so my list that can be so a mix of external to the part and also from the library that I have inside the software. When I'm satisfied by this and I want to proceed, what I do is just clicking the function one click. The one click in this environment will start creating a work list and will start the process of nesting created completely in automatic technology, so application of lead-ins, rapid movement, and so on. And at the end, I will have the report of all I have done, and also the ISO file created, so the post-processor created. In this case, I will have this solution. So this system allows you to connect any kind of machine, because there are many post-processors already available for this application, and will allow you to design a duct part, a HVAC part directly from this library, or using a CAD that is included in the system. Thank you for watching this presentation, and goodbye.